Hello, everyone. Ms. Biz here. I just wanted to give you guys the second half of what was happening outside of my medical condition. Um, Within the past 8 months, that everything had happened to me, I had 9 friends who died in the first 6 months of this year. Um, all of them but one I had grown up with. I had some of them 15, 20 years with. I knew them very well. We had history. Um, some of them had changed my life. Some of them actually literally saved my life. A lot of them give me new mindsets, new concepts, new precepts, all those things. It was like they were all amazing in their own right. My hair is so fluffy today. Um, but yeah, 3 died from medical conditions, medical complications. 2 died from suicide. 2 died from ODing, overdosing on drugs, and 2 were murdered. Um, During that time, I was dating someone, and the day after one of my friends' wakes, it was actually one who was left to die and was considered to be a murderer. Um, he had broke up with me, and I was like, bye. Like, I'm one of those people, I don't put any merit into like relationships. I don't date much, but when I do, I'm just like, okay, like this was a very different relationship. I mourned the fact that I thought it was going to change and that I was dumb enough to believe that this person had the potentiality to make this thing last for a long time. So I was like, all right, I'm good. Never mind. Bye. Like, he was like, oh, everything's all right. You make me feel young again. Like, we're having a great time. We're always laughing. You always help me. You're really thoughtful. Da 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 da. But I can't do it anymore. Okay, bye. Bye. Goodbye. I'm not worried about it. Like, I got other things. I have so many other things on my plate. I don't have to worry about you no more. Okay, bye. I can focus on me more and what I need to do more. You are no longer like, you're like, we had a nice time, we had good memories, but it's over now. But it's over now. So deuces. So like, I wasn't even worried about it. So here's what I learned. Number one, I learned how to get past the darkness. Instead of confirming the darkness, I asked where I could go from here. I'm like, where do I go from here? Who do I have left? What do I have left? Are my bills paid? How am I going to do this? What am I going to do? Like, it forced me to think beyond the darkness that was surrounding me. So that way I could do what I needed to do for my life. Number two, I ended up uh, reaching out to my support system. Um, I gave people an opportunity to prove themselves. So, sidebar, give you some tips on this. If somebody, it's one thing if somebody's helping you and then something comes up in their life and they aren't able to do it. It happens with everybody. Life happens and you can't help what's going on. But if it's a consistent thing, they're not trustworthy. Like, they have proven they don't have it in them to be able to help you. Like, they want to say something to make themselves feel good and to sleep at night, but they ain't really about that life. If they help you and then later on they hang it over your head and say how much they did this and that and the other for you, drop them. Please drop them, because they are doing it for selfish things and self-glory. They are not doing it because they genuinely care about you. They are not doing it because they love you. They are not doing it for any other means except for their own self-righteous praise. And you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. You deserve better. And they can be more. Another thing is that people will do, when you really believe in something, you will act on it. You will do something with it. You will not sit around about it. Yeah, rain just came and gone. That's why I keep looking outside. Now it's starting to get a little nicer. But like people like it's like people who say they support veterans. Do you really support veterans? What did you do for a veteran? Did you get one of the homeless veterans off of the street for a night? Did you feed them? Did you help them get their benefits? Did you help them get a job? Did you help them according to their mental health? Like, what did you do? Or did you slap a bumper sticker on your vehicle and put an American flag on there on your big old truck and whatever else, like whatever other vehicle that you have, to say that you're patriotic and you're American and that you support the veterans while you're a keyboard warrior for them, and you do nothing by what you say. You just say it because it sounds good and it feels good to say, so you can sleep at night and get some validation for what you say. Be a part of a group so that way you can feel like you're somebody. If that's what you're doing, you ain't about that. You ain't about really helping people. You're a liar. Like, you just lying to yourself. And that's it. Don't lie to yourself. If you're not doing something, then that means you don't believe in it enough to be provoked to move. Point blank, period. And I can say that from personal experience because somebody called me out on my stuff just like that. And I had to question my life. So, yeah, it was not nice, but it was the best thing for me. So, I gave people an opportunity to help me. Now, I'm the type of person who gives freely. If you need something, and if I got it, you got it. Point blank, period. Like, that's the type of person I am. If you need food, if like you need money, if you need a job, if you need anything, I'll go out there and I'll look for it and I'll make sure that I help you find whatever you need to find so that way you can be the person that you want to be. That's not a problem for me. I had people who rose up and helped me and my family so much. And because I've never had anybody who really did that for me, and maybe it was because I didn't want to feel like a burden, and I didn't really give people an opportunity to prove that, hey, I am actually here for you. I am here for you, not for what you're for or against what you're against or for selfish gains or to get recognition, but I'm here for you. Like, that changed my whole life. Like, that changed everything. So I didn't really know how to respond to that, but I did the best I could. And I was like, if it's too much, just tell me. And I usually don't ask for much, but when I do ask, it's because it's something I absolutely need. I have to have it. Like, I don't have a choice but to ask. So yeah, and I'll be drowning before I'll be like, help. And I won't even call that loud. But the third thing that I learned, and I'll say it by saying this: when you get juice or wine or oils, the thing that you get to understand about getting those things is pressure. Lots of pressure. Bad things in your life are pressure to bring out the essence of you, the true you, good and bad. If there's something that you don't like about you when bad things happen, change it, work on it. I got audiobooks, I read real books, I did all these different things in order to make sure that I started changing those things that I didn't like and that I could work on it. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a fight. It's a bar room brawl. There is glass and blood and vomit and maybe even a little bit of urine everywhere, and you got to pick up where you left off, basically. But you move forward, and that's the most important thing. So I was really happy about what was going on when it came to me rising above a lot of the things. Now, I say that by saying this. You don't know what you're made of. You don't know how resilient you are. You never know how strong you are. You also don't know what kind of person you are until trouble comes. You don't. Because the trouble shows you exactly who you are and what you're made of. It gives you an opportunity to see the real you, the true you, the things you can't lie about. You can't say you're a good person, but when you get frustrated, you cussing somebody out. That where it's not even within their control. You're actually a terrible person, and you want to call yourself a good person because you think your deeds overrides your character. No, baby, it don't. You suck as a person, and you need to work on it. Don't worry, I know I suck as a person too. At times. Like, I do my best to not be that person, but sometimes it does come out because we all have a little bit of darkness in us. We just find people who accept it. So, and we also work with those people to try to overcome it. And I tell people, call me out. I may not like it, but I have to consider it because you wouldn't say it if you didn't care about me. So that's the type of person I am. But that's what I learned. I learned that I learned how to redefine myself, how to overcome those things, and that I can survive it and I can thrive and I don't have to take handouts. And it's not a handout when you absolutely need it. When you're working towards other things and there's a lot of things happening in your life, you need other people. You need them. You are not meant to do any of this stuff alone. You did not get where you were by yourself. If you have a job, it's because somebody helped you get that job. And in order to do your job, you had to be taught by somebody else. You couldn't talk without somebody teaching you your language. Everybody needs everybody else, and that's it. That's it. We all need each other. We all have something to bring to the table. Whether you choose to or not, it's entirely up to you. You got to take responsibility. I had to learn to take responsibility for my feelings, my body, and everything like that. I don't let the things that happen to me or the things that are my problems, like my mental health or anything like that, define who I am. I choose not to be limited to anybody else's limitations or their boxes. And I'm not going to put myself in a box. I don't know what I'm not capable of. I don't. And I'm not going to limit myself to that either because I can find ways to overcome it. I can always find ways to overcome it like any other person in this world. So that's what it is. Sorry, it's kind of long. I love you guys. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, put it in the comment section down below. And I will talk to you guys later. Love you guys. This is Ms. Biz signing out. Deuces.